Elska meditation. This is from Teutonic Magic by Kveldulf Gundarsson. It is night. The thin crescent of the waning moon sheds a pale light over the snow-covered ground around you. You stand near the bank of a huge, powerfully rushing black river. Its wild waters laced with white froth and tumbling chunks of ice. A strong, freezing wind blows about you, quickly numbing your face and hands. You feel that you need to cross to the other side of the river. It is as if you were bound to a path leading across it, but the river is too wide and its icy waters run too deep and fast for you to even think long about fording it. You walk closer to the edge of the bank, your boots leaving deep footprints in the blue-white snow. As you near the water, you hear a sharp cracking sound and feel your footing begin to tilt beneath you. You try to scramble away, but the thick ice over the river's edge has already broken off, flinging you face down on one of the larger chunks. You must cling to your piece of ice, embracing its numbing cold tightly. It tilts sickeningly, one way and another, as the black waters whirl it around and around, sweeping you unstoppably downstream on the little flow that threatens to dump you into the river at any moment. Slowly moving an arm or leg to balance yourself every few seconds, you draw yourself up until you are sitting in the center of your piece of ice, which, balanced, no longer tilts so alarmingly. You can see now that all the solid snow on the banks is actually a roof of rime over the wide black sea, holding its rushing wildness back, except where the betraying waters sweep you along. Carefully concentrating on every motion to keep from tilting the ice or sliding off, you rise to your feet and stand in the position of Elska. Feet together and arms over your head, feeling the stillness of the rune come over you like a shield against the wind. When you open your eyes, you stand on a fixed island of ice in the middle of the water. A white bridge stretching to the other shore of snow. It glitters eye-catchingly like a bridge of diamonds. When you put your foot to it, you find that it is very slippery. Slowly, carefully, you walk across the treacherous bridge, standing perfectly straight so as not to slip off its rounded edges. Your eyes never waver from the white line ahead of you until you stand on solid ground again. You look out over the blue-white field of snow to the glacial mountains in the distance. Something is moving in the snow, coming closer. Watching, you make out the figure of a dark stag running in a weaving course, followed by a black shape like the shadow of a woman on skis with a bow, her long hair and loose cloak streaming out behind her. A black wolf runs at the woman's heel, its mournful howl cutting through the still air like a needle of ice. The stag is panting hard, little clouds of ice crystals puffing out of its mouth. Its dark eyes roll desperately as the huntress skis nearer. Although you do not hear the bowstrings twang, you feel the cold streak of the arrow passing you. Its dark length sinks into the chest of the stag without leaving a wound. The heart drops heavily with neither movement nor sound, its fur already rimmed with ice. The woman skis up to you, looking you straight in the eyes, and you stand frozen in the cold of absolute fear. Her skin is white as death, eyes black and cold with the ancient cruelty of the rime thyrsus. Her features are straight and severe, yet harshly beautiful beneath her tangled mass of straight black hair. You know her to be Skadi, the icy huntress whose name means shadow or scathe, daughter of the giant Tajazi. After Skadi has held you frozen in her gaze for some time, she nods sharply once and hands you a black ice arrow from her quiver, fletchings first. It numbs your hand, sending a sharp shock of cold up the bones of your arm. You bow respectfully as she skis away, the black wolf running behind her. Slowly, you turn and walk back over the bridge of ice, which is now a broad, solid path over the waters below, and return to your own body, feet firmly planted on the earth, knowing the power of ice that is always available to you through the rune Isa. Hail Skadi. Hail Uller. Hail Holda. Helsa.